Hello all, my name is Krish and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be discussing about Lambda functions in Python. We'll try to understand what exactly is Lambda functions and why it is beneficial when you can basically use it. Now to begin with guys, understand that Lambda functions are also called as anonymous function. Okay, so it is also called as anonymous function. We can also say a function. It is also a function with no name, function with no name. You can say in this way also. So usually whenever we create a lambda function, we don't create any names for that. So and this usually works faster than a normal function which we actually use. Okay, so let me just take an example over here. First of all, I'll just define one normal function where I'm saying that okay, this is an addition function. It takes two variable a comma b. Okay, and here I'm just going to give a colon over here and start go inside that particular function and write a definition like return a plus b. Now, when I execute this, okay, so this is my function that is created, and if I write addition with the values over here that I give like 4 comma 5, it will basically give me the output that is 9. Now usually understand guys, in this particular function we just have one single expression. Okay, some return a plus b is just a single expression, and just to write this particular function we had to create a function, then we basically had to write this 2 lines of code. So usually in this scenario, what we can do is that we can use lambda function. So always remember this point, that if you have a single expression that you have written inside a function, you can convert that into a lambda function. Now in order to convert this function into a lambda function, please note over here, we will be using a lambda keyword. So there will be a lambda keyword over here. The next point that we usually write is that what are the input variables that you are passing. So you can see over here, I'm passing 2 input variables, a comma b. So here also I'll write it as a comma b. And then I will say that what is the type of operation that you're doing inside it. So in order to make it convert that into a lambda function, I'll just write the operation over here. Pretty much simple. What are the inputs I'm passing, and on the right hand side of this particular colon, I'm basically writing the operation or the expression that is basically getting performed inside a lambda function. And after this, here you can see that I have not written any function name. I will just store this in a variable. Okay, so I'll say that okay, this is my addition is equal to this, right? So I'll just execute it. Now you can see over here, in order to call this particular lambda function, I'll write addition and I'll just make a brackets like this. And again guys, this is a variable, this is not a function. Okay, inside this we just have to pass how many input parameters we are passing, a comma b. So here I'll just pass 12 comma 14 and let me just execute it. Now as soon as I execute it, you'll see that this particular expression will get executed and it will be returned. As soon as I execute this over here, you can see that I'm getting the output as 26. Again, a very important point to remember guys, it will only be possible if you just have a single expression. Okay. Now let us go ahead and see some more examples. Now here I'm basically writing a function which will say whether a number is even or not. Okay. So here I'll write an even function, and if I'm passing a number over here, I'll basically write a condition like if num percentile 2 is double equal to 0, I'm just going to return true. So suppose this is basically checking whether a number is even or not. So here what I'm doing is that I'll just say 24, I'll just execute it. So it is giving me true. Now how I can convert this into a lambda function? Again, I'll be using a lambda keyword, and I'll see that how many inputs I'm passing, only 1. So I can write a, and it is not necessary you need to write a, you can write anything. Okay. And inside this, I'll just say that a percentile 2 is double equal to 0. So this is basically my condition to give whether true or false. Okay, and this I'll store it in my, again, an even variable or even one, I'll say, and I'll execute it. Now what I'll do is that I'll just say even one, and here I'm basically going to give my number that is 12. Now you can see that it is giving me true. So this is basically checking whether the number is even. So if the number is even, it is giving us true. Pretty much simple. Now the next thing is that I can also create 3 parameters over here. Suppose I want to do the addition. I want to do the addition of 3 numbers. So I'll say x comma y comma z, and let me just say that return x plus y plus z. Pretty much simple. I'll just execute it, and if I give addition and if I give values like 2, 3, 4, if I execute it, you can see that values output is 9. Now if I want to convert this into lambda function, it's pretty much similar. You can just write x comma y comma z colon, and whatever value you want to return is x plus y plus z. And again, you can also do x multiplied by y multiplied by z, and any type of operation, mathematical operation that you want. So I'll say addition over here and I'll execute it. Now, as soon as I write addition and provide all the parameters like 2, 3, 4, and if I execute it, you can see that the output is 9. Pretty much simple, pretty much easy, and this is how a Lambda function usually gets executed, guys. Make sure that you cannot write two expressions. Two expressions basically means like different kind of operations within a function. Suppose your function is 3 to 4 lines of codes are there inside your function. You cannot convert basically that into a Lambda function. But if you have a single expression like this, you can definitely convert into a Lambda function. And the keyword that we will be using is something called as Lambda. Okay, so this Lambda specifies that, okay, this is an anonymous function that is got created, that is function without name. So I hope you like this particular videos, guys. Please do subscribe the channel if you have not already subscribed. In the next video, I'll be coming up with a list comprehension and I'll be showing you some more details regarding Python. Please do share my channel with with everyone, whoever requires this kind of help. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day ahead. Thank you one and all.